Welcome to Stellar IS Academy. So today we'll discuss about the chapter 2 of Economic Survey Volume 1 2019-20. The title of the chapter is Entrepreneurship and Wealth Creation at Grassroots. By grassroots we mean the district level. In this chapter the linkages between the entrepreneurship and wealth creation at district level have been given, and we'll get to know a lot of determinants and components of entrepreneurship at the grassroots levels. So let me introduce the chapter to you. Entrepreneurship and grassroots means entrepreneurship at the district level. Entrepreneurship is a key focus area of policymakers. They are seen as entrepreneurs are seen as agents of change, and World Bank data and US Census Bureau data suggests that India has the third largest entrepreneurship ecosystem in the world. If we see the data, we'll realize that between 2006 and 2014, the new firms were created at the rate of 3.8% every year. Similarly, from 2014 to 2018, the rate was 12.2% every year. So this shows a big jump after 2014. If you see the number of firms, new firms created in 2014, it was around 70,000 approximately, and the number of firms created in 2018, it was around 1,24,000. It is also seen that India has low rates of per capita entrepreneurship in formal economy. Although India has a lot of firms operating in informal economy, but if we talk about the formal economy, it is very low in comparison to other countries. It also shows that new firm creation has gone up dramatically since 2014, as we have just seen here in these percentage changes and the number of firms that were created in 2014 and 2018. This growth is particularly pronounced for the service sector, which indicates that India has comparative advantage in the service sector. So what is the relation between entrepreneurship at a district level and the GDP? Entrepreneurship at a district level has a significant positive impact on GDP. By GDP we mean gross domestic district product. So it indicates the importance of entrepreneurship as an engine of growth. So it will be a kind of bottom-up approach. The findings highlight that entrepreneurial activity in formal sector is productive and growth focused, and not necessity driven and born out of lack of employment options. So the findings also bust the myth that the entrepreneurship activity at the district level or local level is born out of lack of employment options or it is necessity driven. No, the findings suggest that the entrepreneurship activity in formal sector at the district level is productive and growth focused. Now we talk about the spatial heterogeneity in India. If we study the activity of entrepreneurship across India, across all regions, what are the trends that we can see? The studies, the evidence, they suggest a few trends, which are: number one, all regions except the eastern states demonstrate strong growth in entrepreneurial activity over time. The eastern states do not suggest strong growth. There's a reason behind it. The survey suggests that the reason is low literacy rate or low education rate. The region has approximately 59% literacy rate. A strong relationship between entrepreneurship and GDP has been there. It signifies that the pervasive benefits of entrepreneurship are there. Entrepreneurial activity in the agriculture sector is highest in Manipur, Meghalaya, MP, Assam, Tripura, and Odisha. Entrepreneurial activity has been divided into four parts: agriculture sector, manufacturing sector, service sector, and infrastructure sector. So in agriculture sector, it has been more pronounced in the areas of Manipur, Meghalaya, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Tripura, and Odisha. In manufacturing sector, it is highest in the regions of Gujarat, Meghalaya, Puducherry, Punjab, and Rajasthan. Gujarat, Punjab, and Rajasthan were also classified in a prior economic survey, in the previous economic survey of 2018 and 19. These states were classified as the states with flexible labor laws, therefore enabling entrepreneurship. Whereas West Bengal, Assam, Jharkhand, Kerala, and Bihar, they were having inflexible labor laws. So in these states, the entrepreneurship activity is also low. Entrepreneurial activity in service sector is highest in the regions of Delhi, Mizoram, UP, Kerala, Andaman and Nicobar, and Haryana. In infrastructure sector, it is highest in Jharkhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal, Mizoram, Jammu Kashmir, and Bihar. Some of these states were characterized by poor levels of extant infrastructure. So where poor levels of infra was there, the activity, entrepreneurial activity in infrastructure sector has been highest in those states because the base level was low, so the growth level of entrepreneurial activity is highest in these states. So what are the determinants of entrepreneurial activity? In this survey, broadly two determinants have been suggested. One is social infrastructure and the second is physical infrastructure. Social infrastructure is signified by the literacy levels and the higher education level. Data suggests that higher literacy levels and better education infrastructure are associated with greater entrepreneurship. Districts which have more number of schools and colleges, regions which have higher literacy rate, they have higher entrepreneurship activity. And the data also suggests that superior access to markets and infrastructural development are associated with higher entrepreneurial activity. I'll show you some graph to support this claim. See, in this graph, we can see that literacy and entrepreneurship rate, wherever these two things are high, whenever they increase, the entrepreneurship activity also increases. You can see this is an upward going graph. Similarly, as the number of colleges increase, the level of entrepreneurship also increases. If we see the graph on market access, as the market access increases, the level of entrepreneurship activity also increases, but it decreases after a point. After this point, the law of diminishing returns comes into play as far as physical infrastructure or market access is concerned. Now, what is the law of diminishing returns? Law of diminishing returns is a principle in economics. It says that it refers to a point at which the level of benefits gained is less than the amount of resources invested. A simple example would be when you are hungry and the satisfaction that you derive from the first roti or bread is more than the second roti, is more than the satisfaction of the third roti. All right, and after a point, the next unit of roti will start giving you less and less returns, less and less satisfaction, and at a point there will be you'll come at a point when no satisfaction will be derived, rather a diminishing satisfaction will be derived, and it will cause you more harm than good. Let us discuss about the policy implications for fast tracking entrepreneurship and wealth creation. So what kind of policies should we have in order to fast track the entrepreneurship activity in India? Number one, we have to increase the literacy levels rapidly through the institution of more schools and colleges. It will spur the entrepreneurship and consequently local wealth creation. Suggestion has been given in the economic survey that like the privatization of engineering colleges have supported India's growth in software exports, government could also explore the privatization of education to augment education capacity at all levels of education. The second policy is the second type of policy could be to have a better physical infrastructure, better connectivity of villages through tar roads, will likely improve access to local markets and improve entrepreneurial activity. However, in terms of prioritization, this may not be as crucial as investments in education. Why? As we have discussed, the law of diminishing returns come into play with physical infrastructure, not with the social infrastructure such as literacy levels and schools and colleges. The third kind of policies that need to be formulated relate to the policies is with links to the ease of doing business. Policies that foster ease of doing business and flexible labor regulation foster entrepreneurial activity, especially in manufacturing sector. Manufacturing sector is important because it has the highest potential to create maximum jobs. States must focus on enabling ease of doing business and flexible labor regulation to foster job creation. So all in all, this was about the chapter 2 of Economic Survey Volume 1. We have talked about the entrepreneurship and its linkages with wealth creation at grassroots or district level. So in the introduction, certain facts were given. Then entrepreneurship's relationship with the GDP at district level was given. It has a positive relationship. Then spatial heterogeneity was discussed. What kind of entrepreneurship activities are taking place in what kind of regions. Then determinants of entrepreneurial activity. We have focused on two key attributes: social and physical infrastructure. Then, of course, the policy implications. This is the crux of chapter 2. No need to do anything else. In this, a lot of data is given, some graphs are given, some studies are quoted, some method and methodologies are given. Those were used in those studies. So those are not required for us. Whatever was important, जो भी crux था, that has been given in this. So no need to do anything else outside this for this chapter. Thank you.